AWS Community Day Vancouver presents the GenAI Q&A Vibe Lounge, hosted by Krug.
Hey, what's up, Internet? It's Kris Krug of Future Proof Creatives. I'm here at the AWS Community Days at the Vancouver Playhouse, and I'm here with Carrie Chassels. How's it going, Carrie?
Fabulous.
Carrie's the Associate Dean of the Vancouver campus of Northeastern University, who I'm a huge fan of. We'll get into it more, but I just want to let you introduce yourself first.
Hi, I'm Carrie Chassels. I am, as Kris said, the Associate Dean at the Vancouver campus here in Vancouver. Part of Northeastern's network of 14 campuses across Canada, the US, and one in London, England. Super excited to have the conversation with you, Kris.
I think that's a great place to start. So Northeastern University in Vancouver here, huh? So
on the West Coast.
Yeah, tell us what's up with that.
Well, I'll start back a little bit with our president at Northeastern University. He came on my radar in 2018 with a book that he wrote called Robot Proof. And he talked about how we need to really completely transform education for the age of robotics and artificial intelligence. And he said there are three pillars to that. The first is curriculum around humanics, the focus on what are the uniquely human attributes and capacities that we really need to hone as educators for the age of robotics and artificial intelligence. The second pillar is experiential learning. Mm-hmm. It's so important for people to get in there and mess around and learn and make mistakes and be better through experiential learning. And then the third pillar, lifelong learning.
Absolutely.
Those pathways to continuously get in there, learn something, get back out, get at it, and then come back in, constantly finding ways to keep yourself at the front end of any technological changes that are happening. And so to achieve that bold vision, Northeastern University has set about to establish campuses strategically, literally, for a global vision of impact. And so in Canada, that opportunity is here in Vancouver, and we have a campus in Toronto.
It's incredible. I actually am totally moved. I'm very interested specifically right now in how, AI is changing education, how we can best serve learners in general, both inside of classrooms and stuff and outside in the world. Feels just like how we're going to learn and experience knowledge is definitely moving quickly right now. And the future is not necessarily clear about where it's all going to go. And yet, there's some feeling inside me, at least, or in the conversation in the world, I'm sure that things are changing, and that might mean classroom sizes, or I don't know, all sorts of things, do you got any broad strokes around kind of where we're going from here?
Yeah, well, the big thing is humans are important. And what are those uniquely human skills, knowledge, attributes, capacities that we need to make sure that are brought to bear so that the robots, the GenAI products serve humanity rather than the reverse. So always looking at where are the humans in the loop as we move ahead with technological advancements. So that's our humanics curriculum focus. And I'm really, blown away by Northeastern University because we're walking the talk.
Yeah.
Right now, we have more than 3,000 faculty and staff across our Northeastern network participating in our own training and upgrading regarding
Amazing.
AI.
Wow.
So a bunch of us are in boot camps, some are in certificate programs, all made available for free by Northeastern University to make sure that 3,000 of us are able to be active and productive in AI.
That's incredibly progressive. Literally, my business is selling trainings and workshops to creative professionals that want upskilling around generative AI. And, some of them have access to training budgets inside their corporations, and that's where my fees come from. But Northeastern is officially the most progressive in this area that I personally know of right now, that they're sending 3,000 of you at a time to free, internal, generative AI trainings and workshops. I mean, that is pretty cool. The reason I wanted you here and the reason I love Northeastern so much is you guys are a real pillar of the grassroots community here in kind of a unique and special way. And so I've forged some relationships. Well, I know Dennis Chenard, who works at the Curry College for like 20 years almost, and he's been a huge community guy the whole time. I knew him back from the New Media BC days, back from before the Center for Digital Media was born, and he's just been a pillar for a long time. And I know that through him and other vehicles, you have been able to offer parts of your campus for free to all sorts of like local organizers and community groups. People can have hackathons there, dev nights, all sorts of talks and stuff. And I would say like 5 nights a week, it probably seems like there's something going on at Northeastern. It's almost always for free to small groups. And I really respect that you've taken this super valuable asset. These groups will be meeting in bars if they weren't meeting in your space. And your space is beautiful, it's super high tech, and you make it all available. It's very important.
Well, it goes back right to our roots. Northeastern University is the oldest private nonprofit university in the United States. It opened its doors in the late 1800s in Boston with an aim to preparing people for the world of work and innovation, entrepreneurship. Right from its very roots, we were anti-ivory tower. And so it's all about impact, and impact is in innovation, it's in entrepreneurship, it's creating that ecosystem where our faculty are both teachers and learners, where our students are both teachers and learners, and where we all recognize that we have a lot to learn with, alongside innovators in startup and SMEs. So that model of community impact through opening our doors, that is true to our roots and it's part of our model.
Well, and beyond that, I'm often thinking the 14th floor, but on the second or third floor, you actually have community co-working space, and a community that I'm a part of, Novus, which is like a hacker builder scene. I think they've taken up permanent office space there, and that's another key. You're giving, real estate to one of the most interesting groups going on in Vancouver right now, and thanks for the support type thing. Like, that's amazing.
Well, and we're up to about 30 embedded partners right now,
wow.
All in that startup entrepreneur space. And then we have some more established companies that are coming in there now with teams of 15 to 20 staff that come in 1 day a week and really knock out a lot of in-person activity. But the exchange for us is, how does it benefit our students? So in exchange for that co-work space on our second floor, they agree to hire some of our students as co-ops to provide some research projects that are real-life projects for our students in their capstones.
Yeah, I've helped
courses.
Some of your students come to our Vancouver AI community meetups through Mariana Papa and Ildar, and they've been able to connect with the local graphic design community, specifically this group called Participedia and the Vancouver Design Nerds. And so, I know there's some Northeastern students doing capstones in our little world and stuff, and that's another huge asset to the community. All right, one more thing I wanted to mention. Inside that Curry College, you guys have a unique Masters of Computer Science program. And I jokingly call it a finishing school because you can go study what you need to study, but then get brought here and done a computer science degree on top. So would you give me a little bit more of an official definition of what that program's all about?
Yeah, we're super proud. Again, it's all about that lifelong learning, right? Realizing that just because when you were 18 years old, you decided that you were going to do an undergrad in theater like I did, that you're fully cooked for life, and at no point down the road are you able to get into anything that is more STEM related, even though you're an artsy kind of a person in your youth, right? So we have in our Master of Science Computer Science program an aligned pathway program that brings people from any undergraduate degree into a Master of Science in Computer Science program. We have those same pathways in a digital media Masters through Connect and Masters of Science in Information Science Bridge program. Again, any background will scale you up into a high-tech, high-demand opportunity.
I think that's fascinating. I love tinkering with the models. We've seen a lot of interdisciplinary degrees emerge, but this is even kind of something else. It's like, come from any background you want, we'll do the Masters of Comp Sci or Science or whatever on top, and that's pretty cool stuff.
Can I add, that's also part of the humanics piece, right? It's saying that the world of computer science needs people who come from the world of dance and theater and journalism and law, philosophy.
Yeah.
All of these folks that come into our program and bring those fundamental human perspectives. You can't beat it. You need that in a computer science program.
Anything else you'd like to share with this show or the world or the Vancouver kind of tech communities that you're involved with?
Well, just I appreciate the time, Kris,
Yeah, no problem.
and your support for
Yep.
the university. Without those community connections, industry partners, folks like you who have all of the connections and the network in the community, we wouldn't be able to achieve our aspirations. So together,
All right.
we'll have impact.
Let's do it. Well, thank you so much for coming around.
Cheers.
here.
Thanks, Kris.
Cool. Kris Krug at the Vancouver Playhouse for AWS Community Days. Over and out for now. We'll be back with the next speaker soon.